I still have the watch schedule from that morning. The paper should have yellowed by now, but the ink stays dark. Every time I throw it away, it reappears in my uniform pocket. This is my statement regarding April 23, 1998, aboard USS Carl Vinson. What I'm about to document contradicts the official record. I understand the consequences of providing false information to naval investigators. I also understand my security clearance has been suspended for 6 months. But they haven't explained why I wake up every morning at 0347 hours, which is exactly when my watch started that day. The problem isn't that I can't remember those 14 minutes. The problem is that I remember too much. April 23, 1998, 0330 hours. USS Carl Vinson, International Waters, Bering Sea. I was Petty Officer 2nd Class Marcus Webb, Electronics Technician, relieving the Midwatch in Combat Information Center. Standard navigation operations en route to Yokosuka Naval Base. Nothing requiring special protocols. Lieutenant Commander Harrison briefed us at 0800 the previous evening. Weather moderate, visibility 8 miles, course 180 degrees at 18 knots. Primary communication frequency 243.0 megahertz. Backup on 121.5. Check-in every 30 minutes with Pacific Fleet Command using call sign Hotel 7 Alpha. I relieved Martinez at Aero 330. Present for watch. Petty Officer Reynolds on radar. Seaman Kowalski handling surface plot. Petty Officer Torres managing communications. Reynolds had 18 months aboard. Methodical. Never missed maintenance. Torres was finishing his enlistment. Separation papers already filed. Kowalski was fresh from technical school. Still asked too many questions. Equipment status green across all systems. AN-SPS 48E 3-dimensional air search radar normal. AN-SPS 49 2-dimensional showing standard sea return. Surface search painting normal patterns. Electronic warfare in passive monitoring mode. First communication check at 347 hours. I transmitted position 62 degrees, 15 minutes north, 175 degrees, 30 minutes west. Course 180, speed 18 knots. Pacific Fleet Command acknowledged. Hotel 7 Alpha, continue mission as tasked. That was our last normal radio contact. At Aero 415, I conducted routine diagnostics on the AN-SPS 48E. All parameters nominal. Kowalski reported surface contacts consistent with commercial shipping. Torres maintained normal communication watch. Second check-in at 0417. Position transmitted, acknowledged by Pacific Fleet Command. Standard procedure. At Aero 430, during equipment inspection, the AN-SPS 49 showed power fluctuation. Voltage dropped from 115 to 112 for 3 seconds, returned to normal. I logged the fluctuation and ran diagnostics. Secondary systems, normal. Kowalski reported loss of contact on a commercial vessel tracking northeast at 12 miles. Contact had been steady for 40 minutes, then vanished. I confirmed the loss. Torres attempted maritime distress frequencies with negative results. Reynolds called from upper level. Webb, something's wrong up here. The AN-SPS 48E display showed normal air traffic, 2 commercial flights at 35,000 feet, military transport at 28,000. But the range rings were flickering, not equipment failure. The rings appeared solid, faded to 30%, returned to full brightness. How long? I asked. 2 minutes. Started when Kowalski lost that surface contact. Power readings normal. Antenna rotating normally. Video signals clean. But range rings kept flickering. Torres called. Webb, Pacific Fleet Command wants our position. We're past scheduled check-in. I checked the chronometer. ZO 452 hours. Next contact wasn't due until ZO 517. Torres, what time do you have? 450 hours, 37 seconds. My watch read 447:15. I checked the chronometer again. 0450:41. My watch had stopped. Webb, look at this. Reynolds pointed to his display. Range rings weren't flickering anymore. They were rotating, independent of the antenna. Clockwise, 1 revolution every 30 seconds. Air contacts remained stationary while measurement rings moved around them. That's impossible, Kowalski said. Range rings are generated by display systems. They can't rotate independently. Torres tried Pacific Fleet Command. Hotel 7 Alpha calling Pacific Fleet Command. Please respond. Nothing. Backup frequency. Hotel 7 Alpha on backup. Radio check. Silence. Emergency procedures. Torres transmitted on 121.5. Mayday, this is Hotel 7 Alpha, experiencing communication difficulties. Any station respond. Nothing. Range rings increased speed. 1 revolution every 15 seconds now. Air contacts fading, not moving away, but display intensity decreasing. Check antenna rotation, I ordered. Antenna bearing 09 do, rotation 6 per minute, normal parameters, Kowalski reported. But bearing indicator was rotating independently of antenna position. At 0459, all contacts disappeared. Not fading, gone. Commercial flights, military transport, surface vessels tracking for hours. Empty scopes, normal video levels, normal sensitivity, normal ranges. But nothing there. We were invisible, and everything else was invisible to us. Ship maintained course. Gyro compasses normal. Speed log normal. Navigation equipment normal. Only detection and communication had failed. Look at your watch, Reynolds said. Watch face was blank, not stopped, blank. No hands, numbers, markings, just smooth white circle. Chronometer showed 0501, but seconds weren't advancing. Torres held his watch to his ear. Not ticking, but it feels warm. Kowalski's showed correct time, but hands moved counterclockwise. Equipment boards showed normal operation, green lights, stable power, no faults. But displays showed empty space where the world should be. Report to bridge, I decided. Torres tried sound-powered phone. Dead. Backup line. Silent. Internal comm system. Speakers produced no sound when keyed. Normal power, normal operation, but transmitted nothing. I opened the hatch. Empty corridor, but normal shipboard sounds. Ventilation, machinery, footsteps. Nearest speaker was silent, but pressing my ear to the housing, I heard faint voices. Too distant to understand. When I returned, radar displays had changed. Single contact on each scope. Center of display. Range 0, bearing 000. Located exactly at our position. That's us, Reynolds said. Radars detecting the ship. Impossible. Systems designed to suppress own ship returns. Antenna patterns, timing circuits, processing, all engineered to eliminate self-detection. Torres continued transmitting, but his voice was wrong. Correct call sign, proper procedure, but pronunciation off. Reading words instead of speaking naturally. Hotel 7 Alpha calling any station. Emphasis wrong, rhythm wrong. Sounded like Torres, but not how Torres spoke. I approached communications. Torres looked at me, but focused beyond my left shoulder. Continued transmitting. Gaze didn't track my movement. Torres, look at me. Turned toward me. Eyes remained focused on that point behind me. I'm looking at you, Webb. Normal voice, normal expression. But eyes weren't tracking. Kowalski stood at surface plot, updating positions with grease pencil. Empty ocean on radar, but he marked contacts, precise, methodical, properly labeled for vessels that weren't there. What are you plotting? Standard surface contacts. 4 commercial vessels, 2 fishing boats, maintaining previous courses. His plotting sheet showed marks, detailed time, course, speed notations. Radar displays showed nothing except single return at our position. Show me on radar, pointed to empty display. Contact Alpha 1, bearing 045, range 8 miles. Alpha 2, bearing 120, range 12. Finger indicated blank scope areas. Reynolds adjusted parameters with fluid motions. Too smooth. Normally, technicians work deliberately. Check settings, confirm changes, verify results. Reynolds operated like conducting music, continuous motions that should change display characteristics, but didn't. Chronometer still 0501. GPS showed same coordinates as 0447. Despite maintaining course and speed for 14 minutes, position unchanged. Speed log, 18 knots. Gyro compass, course 180. GPS, 0 distance traveled. Torres transmitted elaborate status updates never requested. Hotel 7 Alpha reports normal condition all spaces. 96 personnel aboard, present and accounted. Fuel consumption normal. ETA Yokosuka, 1800 hours local May 2. May 2nd was 9 days away. Kowalski filled plotting sheet with tracks for 20 contacts. None corresponded to radar displays. Reynolds read technical procedures aloud for systems not installed on Carl Vinson. Calibration of ANSPS-73 requires waveguide coupling adjustment for optimal dimensional interface matrix signal propagation. ANSPS-73 removed 2 years ago. No such thing as dimensional interface matrix. Sound-powered phone rang. Combat Torres. Listened 30 seconds, hung up. Webb. Bridge wants port entry procedures. We're middle of Bering Sea. Yes, Petty Officer Webb. Torres pulled charts for ports we weren't visiting. Navigation publications with correct format but unknown geographic features. Kowalski plotted approach courses for non-existent harbors. Reynolds conducted pre-entry checks for impossible port operations, coordinated actions, following procedures for routine port visit. In open ocean, radar now showed dozens of contacts at range 0, bearing 000, all at our exact position. USS Carl Vinson, surrounded by USS Carl Vinson. Torres communicated with Harbor Control. Harbor Control, Hotel 7 Alpha requesting pier assignment alongside berth, ETA 1200 local. Radio produced responses from voices I didn't recognize. Hotel 7 Alpha, assigned Pier 7 portside. Pilot boat meets at Seaboy. Wind calm, visibility 10 miles. No incoming signals. Communications generated by our equipment. Kowalski's plot showed successful harbor entry, moored alongside other vessels. Reynolds completed port entry shutdown. Radars secured, navigation to harbor configuration, communications to shore frequencies. Equipment still operating normally. Chronometer 0501. Watch face, blank. Torres filed harbor entry report describing voyage completion to destination that didn't exist. Equipment started working. Displays filled with contacts, shipping, aircraft, normal patterns. Communications received routine fleet traffic. Chronometer advanced 0502, 0503, 0504. Pacific Fleet Command. Hotel 7 Alpha. You missed 0517 position report. Provide status. Chronometer 057.27. 16 minutes since last normal contact. I remembered 3 minutes. Torres transmitted position. Acknowledged. Mission continued. Normal procedures. Reynolds, Kowalski. Torres resumed duties as if nothing happened. Asked about malfunctions. No recollection. Mentioned communication difficulties. Looked confused. Constant contact with Fleet Command. No problems, Torres said. Equipment logs. No anomalies. No diagnostics. No faults. My watch still blank. Opened chronometer case. Normal quartz timepiece. Digital display. Battery. Removed back cover. Empty space. No circuit board. Lieutenant Commander Harrison. 0800 hours briefing. Standard turnover. Equipment status, contacts, communications. No questions about watch period. Log showed routine operations. Signing turnover sheet. Signature appeared 3 inches right of where I wrote it. Martinez relieved me. 08 Thurio. Normal procedures. Briefed equipment operational. Contacts normal. Routine communications every 30. Didn't brief missing 16 minutes because I couldn't remember what happened. Berthing compartment. Tried sleeping. Every time I closed eyes, saw empty displays. Starting to sleep, heard Torres transmitting to non-existent towers. 1200 hours, reported to Lieutenant Morrison for quarterly evaluation. Reviewed maintenance, assessed knowledge, performance ratings. Webb, about this morning's watch. Yes, sir. Equipment difficulties between Aero 347 and 517. Sir, not sure what you mean. Morrison consulted maintenance folder. Automated diagnostics show anomalous readings that period. No maintenance logged, no troubleshooting, no discrepancy reports. Diagnostic printouts 0450 to 0506. Multiple faults. Impossible radar readings. Unauthorized communication frequencies. Navigation position errors. No memory of faults. If equipment malfunctioned, I'd follow troubleshooting procedures. Webb. Equipment wasn't malfunctioning. Diagnostics recorded readings, but equipment operated normally throughout. Signal analysis charts. Radios transmitted normal fleet traffic, but also communications on frequencies that didn't exist in electromagnetic spectrum. Remember unusual communications? Visualize Torres at communications, routine position reports, normal acknowledgements from Pacific Fleet. Also visualize detailed status reports to Harbor Control that wasn't there. Both memories equally real. Normal traffic consistent with operational requirements, sir. Nothing unusual about procedures? No, sir. Morrison made notes. Additional technical training next week. Electronics Training Division, Monday, 0800. Yes, sir. Webb, future equipment problems. Document immediately, even if equipment appears normal. Understood. Left Morrison's office, couldn't remember discussion. Evening mess, 1800. Kowalski ahead in line, sat together. Remember anything unusual this morning? No. Routine watch, normal operations. Lost commercial vessel, 4:30? Confused look. Didn't lose contacts. Maintained radar contact all vessels throughout watch. Described disappearing surface contact. No recollection. Radar displays showing empty scopes. Displays showed normal traffic throughout watch. Kowalski spoke, eyes focused 6 inches behind my head. Torres joined table. Asked about communication difficulties. No problems, Webb. Maintained Pacific Fleet contact per schedule. Transmitting to Harbor Control? What Harbor Control? Requesting pier assignments, pilot boats. Torres looked at Kowalski, back to me. Webb, we're Middle Bering Sea. No harbors within 300 miles. While Torres spoke, heard his voice transmitting, Harbor Control, Hotel 7 Alpha, requesting pier assignment. Voice coming from Torres, lips not moving. Reynolds joined, carrying technical manual I'd never seen, standard Navy format. Maintenance instructions for AN/SPS-73 radar systems with dimensional interface modifications. What's that for? Standard maintenance, surface search radar. We don't have AN/SPS-73. Opened to diagrams of unrecognizable equipment. Waveguide systems folding back on themselves. Antenna arrays transmitting through receiving elements. Power supplies generating more energy than consumed. This equipment doesn't exist. Sure it does. Finished calibrating dimensional interface matrix this morning. Diagrams changed while I watched. Lines appearing, disappearing, connections rearranging. After mess, berthing area. 48 personnel compartment, standard Navy arrangement. Compartment wasn't same as morning. Bunk arrangement different. My rack same location, but surrounding bunks belonged to different people. Names I didn't recognize. Personal items never seen. Berthing list. Assigned rack 37B, exactly where located. But surrounding names different from morning. Personnel I'd never seen used compartment like they'd been there months. Discussed Liberty plans for ports not scheduled, duty assignments for departments that didn't exist on Carl Vinson. But all knew my name. Acted like shipmates' entire deployment. 2100, quarterdeck security rounds. Johnson assigned second deck forward inspection. Check fire hazards, watertight integrity, secure spaces. First compartment. Storage room checked hundreds of times. Opened door, larger than should be. Twice the size from morning. Extended forward into area occupied by another compartment. Ship's blueprints. Compartment exactly size it always was. Physical space larger than blueprint. Adjacent compartment correct size per blueprint. Extra storage space hadn't reduced neighboring areas. Added without reducing elsewhere. Measured with damage control tape. 18 feet length. Blueprint, 12 feet. Consulted blueprint again. Showed 18-foot compartment. Next space, supply office. Opened door. Contained equipment never seen. Electronic systems. Equipment racks with designation numbers not matching Navy nomenclature. Connected to ship's power. Professionally installed. Maintained. Compartment plate. Supply office. Inside, electronics facility. Technician working equipment rack. Proper uniform, rank, ID. Asked about equipment. Routine maintenance on interdimensional monitoring systems. Webb, right? CIC. Yes. Process data from your radar contacts. Everything on displays gets analyzed through these systems. Showed displays with radar information from CIC. Also, information not on our scopes, additional contacts, extended range, tracking for areas we couldn't monitor. Tracks contacts beyond sensor range? Beyond normal detection parameters. Monitor vessels in adjacent operational areas. Displayed dozens of contacts surrounding position. When I left CIC 2 hours earlier, radar showed normal patterns with few distant contacts. How many vessels currently in immediate area? 47 surface within 50 miles, 12 submarines deeper areas, 6 aircraft extended altitudes. Our sensors detected none. Completed patrol, reported Johnson. All spaces secured, no hazards, no problems. Didn't report size discrepancies, wasn't certain they existed. Didn't report electronics equipment, operated by authorized personnel. 2200, berthing compartment. Personal storage locker contents different from morning. Uniforms present, different name tags. Instead, web. Tags read, Web E7. Personal items present, plus additional never seen. Technical manual for unrecognized equipment, non-standard tools, photograph of strangers. Photograph, Navy personnel in dress uniforms, posed before Carl Vinson. I was there, front row, same uniform from previous deployment photo. Never posed for this photograph. Everyone else, strangers. Technical manual. Standard operating procedures for interdimensional navigation systems. Official Navy paper, proper distribution markings, approval signatures. Describe navigation through dimensional interfaces using non-existent equipment. Charts showing routes between parallel operational areas. Carl Vinson operated multiple versions, same geographic areas, using interdimensional interfaces, moving between reality versions. Current bearing C, position 1 of 7 possible positions in 7 operational dimensions. Tried sleeping. Every time closed eyes, saw empty radar displays, heard Torres communicating with impossible harbor control. 0347, woke automatically. Every morning 6 months since that day. CIC morning watch. Same personnel, Reynolds, Kowalski, Torres. Same equipment, same routine. Equipment logs from previous day, no problem entries. Personal logbook. Pages for April 23rd, blank. Page there, no entry. Remembered writing log entry, documenting malfunctions, communication failures, missing time. Memory clear, detailed. Log entry didn't exist. Aero 800, Harrison morning briefing. Standard update, weather, communications, navigation. No reference previous day unusual events. But planned schedule included activities not on official schedule. Interdimensional interface maintenance 1400. Personnel movement between parallel operational areas 1600. Reality confirmation procedures 1800. Others didn't react as unusual. Torres. Sir, standard communication protocols for interdimensional procedures? Affirmative. Coordinate Pacific Fleet Dimensional Operations Center frequency assignments. Reynolds. Radar monitoring during personnel movement? Affirmative. Continuous tracking all personnel during transitions. Kowalski. Normal plotting procedures parallel operational contacts? Affirmative. Standard contact analysis dimensional monitoring requirements. Professional military discussion. Impossible procedures. I participated as if interdimensional operations routine. Sir, CIC coordinate with interdimensional monitoring station data correlation? Affirmative. Web. Report monitoring station 0900 for parallel operational area surveillance briefing. Knew where interdimensional monitoring station located. Second deck forward, yesterday's supply office. New access procedures, communication protocols, operating instructions. Never received training. 0900 monitoring station. Same technician from previous evening. Monitor 7 Carl Vinson versions operating 7 dimensional areas. Your contacts compared with other 6 areas identifying discrepancies. Displayed tracking our ship through multiple same geographic area versions. Simultaneously located 7 positions, following 7 courses, conducting 7 missions. Lost contacts yesterday morning. Dimensional interface malfunction. Radar temporarily detecting wrong operational area. What's correct operational area? Area 7. You're assigned 7th parallel Carl Vinson version. Personnel rosters all 7 areas. Each ship slightly different crews. Area 1. Electronics Technician Second Class. Area 2, First Class. Area 3, Chief. Area 7, Electronics Technician Second Class, Web 7, Interdimensional Operations Specialist. When did I receive interdimensional training? No training. Developed knowledge during interface malfunction. Equipment temporarily connected you to other area personnel. Retained their memories and knowledge. Psychological evaluations. Interface exposure caused memory confusion. Retention of alternate personnel knowledge. Persistent multiple reality awareness. How many Carl Vinson personnel affected by interface exposure? All. But most don't retain conscious awareness. Occasional dreams about alternate experiences. Why do I retain awareness? Manning electronics during malfunction. Electronic systems provide better dimensional interface conductivity. Medical records. Reynolds treated persistent dreams operating non-existent equipment. Kowalski confusion about unpredictable contacts. Torres episodes transmitting to inaudible stations. Records showed symptoms started 3 months before malfunction. If malfunction caused symptoms, why before malfunction occurred? Malfunction didn't happen April 23, 1998. Ongoing 8 months. Carl Vinson shifting randomly between parallel areas since August 1997. Navigation records, unexplained position changes, impossible equipment readings, transmissions to non-existent stations. Carl Vinson experiencing interface problems, most current deployment. Classified as equipment malfunctions, normal difficulties. Why wasn't crew informed? Informing crew creates security problems. Personnel can't function normally conscious of operating multiple reality versions simultaneously. Studies. Conscious parallel area awareness caused anxiety, depression, inability, distinguishing memories from different areas. I'm consciously aware, still functioning normally. Functioning adequately, but psychological profile shows progressive deterioration, distinguishing experiences from different areas. My evaluation results. Increasing confusion, basic facts, years aboard Carl Vinson, deployments completed, division personnel numbers. Felt like remembering clearly, returned CIC, normal duties. Consciously aware, radar contacts might be different dimensional areas. Torres communications, reaching parallel reality stations. Kowalski navigation tracking movement through multiple same geographic area versions. Equipment operated normally. Standard displays, routine procedures, normal protocols. 1400, interdimensional interface maintenance commenced. Observed from CIC maintaining radar surveillance. Technicians never seen, unrecognized equipment, procedures not in manuals. Clearly routine ship operations. Authorized, professional, documented. Radar showed normal contacts. Aware contacts might be different dimensional vessels appearing because interface systems connecting sensors to alternate area versions. 1600, personnel movement between parallel areas. 12 crew reported interdimensional monitoring station. Entered as recognized normal shipboard personnel. Emerged 20 minutes later as different people. Same faces, uniforms, IDs, different personalities, mannerisms, knowledge, experience. Martinez entered, Area 7 technician, 18 months Carl Vinson experience. Emerged, Area 3, Martinez, 4 years experience, knowledge of unseen equipment, recollection of deployments never happened. Still, Martinez. Same person, different experience. Personnel movement apparently routine. No security measures, medical monitoring, special briefings. Reported monitoring station. Emerged as alternate versions. Asked Harrison about changes. No interdimensional operations knowledge. Webb, what are you talking about? Martinez, same technician aboard 18 months. No personnel changes. But Martinez demonstrated technical knowledge of equipment not existing when originally reported aboard. 1800, reality confirmation procedures. Instructed report monitoring station verification assigned operational area. Same technician conducted reality confirmation. Equipment. I didn't understand verified I was correct web version for Area 7. Web, showing dimensional drift, retaining memories from Areas 3 and 5, causing confusion about actual Carl Vinson experience. Memory analysis. Remembered events from 3 deployment versions. Some memories 6 months aboard. Others 2 years. Others never assigned Carl Vinson. How know which memory's accurate? All accurate. From different experience versions, different areas. Normal functioning requires focusing Area 7 memories. Memory adjustment procedures suppressing alternate area memories. Procedure not entirely successful. Still remembered multiple reality experiences. Still remembered morning equipment stopped working 16 minutes that didn't officially exist. 2000, completed duty, berthing compartment. Changed again. Different personnel, bunks, personal items. Berthing list, same 48 personnel previous day. 12 now alternates from afternoon movement procedures. Knew which changed because retained different area memories. Unchanged personnel, unaware shipmates replaced with alternate versions. Tried sleeping, consciously aware, might wake as different version in different area. Monitoring systems might shift Carl Vinson different parallel area overnight. Wake with different memories, experience, knowledge. Still web, still CIC assignment, still same routine operations. 0347, woke scheduled. Personal belongings changed. Uniforms now Web B3 tags. Technical manuals described unrecognized equipment. Photographs showed never met people. Retained clear Web B7 memories. CIC morning watch. Same personnel. Reynolds, Kowalski, Torres. Now alternates from different areas. Reynolds 3 had non-existent equipment knowledge. Kowalski 5 experienced unstudied navigation procedures. Torres 1 had unauthorized communication protocols. Conducted normal watch operations standard procedures. Equipment operated normally. Contacts appeared predictably. Communications followed routine protocols. Aware everything observed might occur simultaneously, multiple reality versions, different outcomes, different areas. During watch, accessed interdimensional monitoring remotely using CIC communications. Station provided real-time 7 area status. Area 1, Carl Vinson, routine Bering Sea navigation, no unusual activity. Area 2, search rescue missing aircraft. Area 3, combat operations unidentified surface vessels. Area 4, interdimensional interface research Department of Defense. Area 5, evacuation operations, civilian disaster personnel. Area 6, normal Yokosuka port visit. Area 7, routine navigation ongoing interdimensional monitoring. From CIC perspective, appeared routine navigation, no unusual activity. Interdimensional monitoring allowed observing other areas. Displays watched Carl Vinson conducting search rescue, combat, research, evacuation, port operations simultaneously. Personnel, other areas, unaware parallel activities. Each crew believed conducting specific mission only reality. Only Area 7 personnel retained conscious parallel operations awareness. Morning briefing, Harrison provided 7 area status updates, presented as normal reality information. Current operations include Bering Sea navigation, aircraft search rescue, combat operations unidentified contacts, Defense Department research coordination, civilian disaster evacuation support, Yokosuka port visit, interdimensional monitoring all parallel activities. Others accepted briefing normal. Asked questions multiple simultaneous operations as routine for one ship conducting 7 missions, 7 locations simultaneously. Remembered when we only conducted 1 mission, 1 location, 1 time. Briefing end. Harrison announcement explaining why still experiencing problems 8 months after interface malfunction. Personnel reminded, discussing interdimensional operations with other area personnel prohibited. Security requires each crew believe specific mission-only reality. Personnel retaining conscious parallel area awareness, transferred Area 7 permanent interdimensional monitoring assignment. Area 7 personnel responsible maintaining all parallel operation surveillance, ensuring interface malfunctions don't compromise other area security. Now permanently assigned monitoring 6 alternate ship versions conducting 6 missions, while pretending routine navigation myself. Required ensuring other area personnel never became consciously aware interdimensional operations. Interface systems unreliable. Malfunctions periodically caused temporary area connections, allowing different area personnel awareness parallel operations. When malfunctions occurred, Affected personnel transferred Area 7, assigned interdimensional monitoring. 8 months since original malfunction, 47 personnel transferred Area 7. Ship only authorized 96 billets. Additional personnel housed compartments existing Area 7, but not other areas. Conducted duties authorized Area 7, but not documented normal operations. Maintained surveillance parallel operations officially not existing. I was 147 Carl Vinson personnel knowing ship simultaneously conducting 7 missions, 7 reality versions. Required maintaining illusion, only conducting routine Bering Sea navigation. 8 months monitoring parallel operations while pretending normal operations. Daily observed search rescue, combat, research, disaster relief, port visits, all conducted by alternate versions myself and shipmates. Required reporting routine navigation, no unusual activity. Every morning, 0347, woke clear memory day equipment malfunctioned 16 minutes officially never happened. Malfunction revealing interdimensional operations existence officially not existing. Malfunction leading permanent assignment monitoring alternate reality versions while living reality version might not be real. Yesterday received transfer orders, shore duty. Administrative transfer, immediate effect, no explanation. Reported personnel office process transfer, no orders filed. No transfer requests, new assignments, administrative paperwork. Personnel specialist, no record transfer orders my name or service number. Holding written orders. Returned berthing retrieve orders personal storage, orders weren't there. Personal storage contained Web B7 belongings, not Web EB3. Shifted back Area 7 without realizing. Today reported interdimensional monitoring routine surveillance. Technician never seen before. Electronics, Technician Martinez 8, transferred from Area 8. Only 7 areas, now 8. Carl Vinson Area 8 conducting classified operations requiring isolation from other 7. Martinez 8 showed monitoring displays tracking 8 Carl Vinson versions. 8th area showed unidentifiable activities, unusual equipment configurations, personnel conducting undescribed procedures, communication using unheard call signs. What operations Area 8? Can't tell you. Orders monitor Area 8 but not brief other area personnel specific activities. Martinez 8 experiencing same psychological problems affecting interdimensional monitoring personnel. Difficulty distinguishing different area memories, confusion, basic experience details, knowledge of untraining equipment and procedures. Asking questions indicating thought I might not be correct. Web version Area 7. Web, original interface malfunction date? April 23, 1998. Malfunction duration? 16 minutes. How many personnel affected? Tried remembering. Original malfunction affected myself. Reynolds, Kowalski, Torres during Aero 330-0800 CIC watch. Subsequent malfunctions affected additional ship personnel. Not sure how many affected. According records, 96 personnel affected original malfunction. Entire ship's company. Not possible. Only remember 4 affected. Martinez 8 consulted monitoring records documenting interface malfunction effects, ship personnel. Records. Original malfunction caused temporary entire ship displacement into multiple areas simultaneously. Web, you weren't monitoring effects from outside malfunction. Inside malfunction. Your perspective limited observing from CIC position. Showed surveillance recordings April 23, 1998, documenting interdimensional interface effects throughout Carl Vinson. Recordings showed all 96 personnel conducting normal duties while simultaneously conducting alternate versions, same duties, different areas. But recordings also showed me CIC, monitoring equipment simultaneously displaying multiple area contacts without awareness. According recordings, I observed interdimensional effects without realizing. Correct. Radar displayed all 7 area contacts, but you interpreted readings equipment malfunctions. Technical analysis, radar data. April 23, 1998. Equipment functioned normally throughout watch, but receiving signals 7 same operational area versions. Rotating range rings I observed weren't equipment malfunctions. Visual representations radar antenna scanning through multiple dimensional areas. Disappearing contacts weren't failures. Vessels existing some areas, but not others. Empty displays weren't system failures. Accurate representations areas containing no vessel traffic. Why didn't I realize observing interdimensional effects? Personnel inside interface malfunctions experience effects normal reality. Couldn't detect observing multiple areas because simultaneously existing multiple areas. Psychological evaluation results documenting interface exposure affects human perception. Personnel experiencing direct dimensional displacement retained normal immediate activity awareness, but lost ability distinguishing different area experiences. Webb, you've experienced interdimensional displacement 8 months, but interpreting effects, memory problems, equipment malfunctions, psychological stress. What's my actual status? Electronics Technician Webb, assigned Interdimensional Monitoring Area 7, but also Webb's 6 other areas, conducting different duties, different experience knowledge. Personnel records documenting my assignments, all 7 areas. Each area, same person, same basic qualifications, but different experience, specific operational requirements. Which experience version real? All real. Simultaneously living 7 different same life versions. Why only remember one continuous experience? Conscious multiple parallel existence awareness causes psychological breakdown. Mind automatically suppresses parallel experience awareness, maintaining functional capability. But suppression wasn't complete. Retained occasional other area experience awareness, creating persistent sense reality inconsistent with memories. Retained clear memory, morning equipment malfunctions, revealed interdimensional operations existence officially not existing. I still carry that watch schedule. The duty roster from a morning that officially involved routine navigation through international waters with no unusual incidents. But the paper lists assignments for positions that don't exist on USS Carl Vinson. It documents watch rotations for equipment that was never installed on our ship. It shows communication frequencies that weren't authorized for use during that deployment. And every morning at 0347 hours, I wake up with absolute certainty that 14 minutes of my life were taken away and replaced with someone else's memories. But I won't remember writing this statement tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow, I'll be Electronics Technician 2nd Class Webb, assigned to standard CIC watch duties aboard a ship that conducts routine naval operations in normal reality. The interdimensional monitoring station shuts down in 6 hours. The equipment will be removed. The compartment will be reconfigured as routine storage space. And when I wake up tomorrow, I'll have no conscious awareness that parallel versions of myself are conducting different missions in different versions of the same reality. But I'll still wake up at 0347 hours, and I'll still carry the watch schedule. And sometimes, late at night when I'm alone in my rack, I'll hear voices transmitting radio calls to harbor control stations that don't exist in any world where USS Carl Vinson operates under normal circumstances. This is my final statement. In 6 hours, none of this will have happened. But it did happen, and it's still happening.